Here we have the transfer case from a 2012 Mercedes GL550. Now this is the 4Matic transfer case. What this transfer case is doing, it provides a differential action between the rear and the front axle, the rear and the front drive shafts. Now I actually have a type of differential assembly where the input shaft to the transfer case, this would of course obviously be the output of the automatic transmission, which is a 7G-tronic or the 722.9. This is driving the differential case or carrier, and the individual side gears are connected either to the sprocket and chain, transfer torque to the front drive shaft, or here to the rear drive shaft. So as I slip this together, we see this side gear driving the front drive shaft, and this side gear is driving the rear drive shaft. Now, of course, the way this is going to work, if I were to pick a wheel up, all of the torque would be applied to the free wheel. It would just spin freely. Aha! But with the Mercedes 4Matic system, the anti-lock brake system is going to apply the brake on the wheel that's spinning. And it can apply brakes on 3 wheels that are spinning and always favor the wheel with the most traction. And it does this electronically very quickly. So if I'm driving on a sheet of ice, such as a frozen lake, we take off just like a skater. The wheels do not spin excessively at all, and the vehicle gradually accelerates to a higher speed. And of course, during a stopping maneuver, the anti-lock brake system is trying to maintain a certain degree of wheel spin to maintain the steerability of the vehicle, even though I'm on a sheet of ice. All right, here we see the differential assembly. And here we see the chain. Now, after 100,000 miles, this chain is so loose that what's happening is under load, it's actually skipping. And you actually, as you accelerate under load, if you're very gentle, you don't hear anything. But anytime you're under load, the chain teeth actually skip around the sprocket. So we need to replace this chain. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the old chain. I can see I have considerable wear. Chain is stretched considerably. The sprockets, so I see some degree of wear, but they're not excessive. And here we have a new chain. This new chain comes from our friends at Whatever It Takes Transmission Parts, WIT. Costs about $79, and there we can see this is a Borg-Warner chain. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and fit our new chain. And slide it down. Into position. All right, now as you can see, this chain is very tight. No problem. There, as I apply a considerable torque, chain is not going to want to skip there around the sprocket. So we're ready to go another 100,000 miles. Now, actually, if you look on the web, Mercedes is recommending their transmission fluid as the lubricant for this case. And here I have product. This is actually for a transfer case, specifically transfer case fluid. As you can see, this is what BMW is recommending. That's their fluid. They have a similar design with their transfer case utilizing the chain. One problem we had is the old chain broke this plastic guard, and we had to repair it with epoxy, which should be fine, ready to go another 100,000 miles. Purchased a new one, but had to purchase it online. It was about $50, and I won't have that for several weeks, and I don't think the customer wants to wait. So we'll go back with this one. We just simply slip her back together, put her back in the car, make sure she's filled with the proper lubricant, and away we go.